Blessings.
Life for the creators thing. Don't put your mind on a weird spreadsheet. Life for the creators thing. Protect your life, try not follow no man. No. Me know I can't get another one. That's why me thank God. Protect your life, try not follow no man. No. Me know I can't get another one. That's why me thank God. People love themselves. Depart from negativity, unity and strength. Take the time out, you have to study yourself. Man, show away the poison that no good for your health. Me see some people like them losing themselves. Start make a little money and approve for your ends. And see them how the whole community tends. You have to just be careful when you're choosing your friends. Me say, protect your life, try not follow no man. No. Me know I can't get another one. That's why me thank God. Protect your life, try not follow no man. No. Me know I can't get another one. That's why me thank God. Look how much people are asleep on the cold concrete in the street without food to eat. Stop complaining and pray your faith. Once there is life, you have everything. Just be grateful. Give thanks to only when you're playful, yeah. Don't be hateful. Show love because you are faithful. Me say, protect your life, try not follow no man. No. Me know I can't get another one. That's why me thank God. No make no man bribe you, we do no wrong. No. Me know life now, sell a miss a one. That's why me thank God. Life for the creators team. Don't put your mind on a weird spreadsheet. Life for the creators team. Give thanks to. Protect your life, try not follow no man. No. Me know I can't get another one. That's why me thank God. No make no man bribe you, we do no wrong. No. Me know life now, sell a miss a one. That's why me thank God. Protect your life, try not follow no man. No. Me know I can't get another one. That's why me thank God. No make no man bribe you, we do no wrong. No. Me know life now, sell a miss a one. That's why me thank God.
Yes, absolutely. All love.
All
we
love.
back up, bro? What's
We
up?
back
Blessings,
here.
blessings,
We doing
blessings.
This. We doing this.
Okay, y'all, how y'all doing tonight on this good old Friday evening? Again, we had to do a take two. Thank y'all so much for tapping back in and holding on with me for the night here at Tyneika's Talk, the Golden Nugget Hour, live and powered by Virginia. Tonight is going to be a beautiful night. I love the fact that new things, elevation is happening here at Powered by Virginia. And on my night is the first night that we were able to have our new family members here in the building, and we're learning new things. So this is going to be a great show. But y'all know how I do here on my show. I allow my guests to introduce themselves. So Goddess, you got my voice going out there. Don't even try it. It's gonna work. Goddess, would you please introduce yourself? Thank you so much, and I'm so honored for you being on my show.
Give thanks. I appreciate you having me. So my name is Divinity Divine. I'm the cultural curator behind the Sankofa Healing Experience, or the S.H.E Fest. It is a 3-day camp out that we are doing at the Nat Turner Land in Druryville, Virginia. An opportunity to immerse yourself in ancestral work, do the healing work, connect to nature, connect with community, build your tribe, and be able to really immerse yourself with your local community for 3 whole days. Outside of that, I also do birth work. I am the sister wife you don't have to keep. So I come in and I assist the family however they need assistance, come in, especially once you have more children than you have parents. It becomes a little bit more difficult in being able to really get the rest that we need so that we can always be full for our kids. So I come in and I assist in any way that I can.
And you had said the age of, what was the age?
Really, I help out with birthing from birth till about 6 years old.
Birth to 6.
Yeah. So being able to assist you through your birth process, and then also staying with you, because postpartum is really important. So being able to stay with you up until those 6 years, help out with breastfeeding, being able to give mom and dad an opportunity to take date nights, because that's always important,
Very
right?
Important.
And then also just being able to be a helping hand in the house as much as I can, or however much they need me.
Building a village.
Yeah, because it's important. We have to bring the village back to the community, the village mindset back to the community. We're not meant to do this alone. We are meant to do this as a tribeship. So being able to get back to that mentality of we don't need anybody has to stop, because it's not only killing our family members, but it's killing us.
Community.
Yeah, it's killing us.
Yes.
We shouldn't have to do life alone.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
That's definitely where we have to reprogram ourselves.
For sure. Unlearn to relearn the things that really was brought to us, and that we thrive best when we are together. We're together. Yeah. And then also I travel quite a bit. So I've traveled to 7 different countries in Africa so far.
7 different countries.
Yeah. I love being able to get back to my roots was something that it was very much important to me, and being able to touch my feet on African soil was really important to me. So I did my own, what we call a Sankofa journey, which is I went back and I retained information from our past, from our ancestors. I went to the different places that they prayed, and that they where they honored the people that came before them, even before them, right? And so I was able to take that journey myself, and then being able to give other people that experience to also have that journey.
And I had asked you earlier in conversation, last night in conversation, how did you feel when you touched the land?
Yeah, welcomed. Most importantly, right? We have a lot of misconceptions that are out there about certain things, especially when it comes to our distant cousins, and on both sides, right? Because unfortunately, ignorance has been fed on both sides.
Absolutely.
But I felt welcomed home to be able to look around and see melanated beings that, whether I understood the language or not, we were one, and we could figure out the rest of it, because that's just the physical. But I was welcomed, and I was honored to be able to. Yes,
that's what I'm hearing.
Yes, and honored to be able to tell my ancestors, we made it back. You don't have to worry anymore. We made it back.
Because the way that you said it earlier was that they were happy that not even knowing if we were going to make it back, but we did.
And we did. And we are. I'm just one of many people who have decided to go back. And continuing that and making that louder, that it's okay to go back.
Right, and I said, I'm very proud of you. Once again, let me say that again. Because that's something that I just want to happen. And that I said, shouts out to my son Zion, the baby boy, because he said that earlier. He had to give me. A lot of people know I'm transparent, but I really don't talk a lot,
right,
about my personal,
right,
up here. But it was a moment. But the reason why I'm gonna go ahead and be this transparent is because a lot of us felt this way today, starting last night, and I said the feeling that I got when I woke up was scared.
Yeah.
And until I got understanding, shouts out to Robert Jackson over there at Rough House Boxing. I appreciate you, brother. He had posted something. I asked him to reach out. He reached out, and he explained to me why this is happening, and that I was okay. and then I was able to be there because we all we all felt it.
Yeah, it was heavy today. Like earlier it was heavy today. I mean, even before meeting up with you, I was feeling my own, and I had to go to the ocean and watch, and be blessed by Mother.
Yes.
By the Mother water, because Mother Yemoja, because it really, I just had to be washed. I had to release whatever those emotions were that was being felt, because a lot of times what we feel is not ours.
Right.
And if we let it hold us down too much, we won't make the progress that we need to make. We got to stay in motion. So be able to acknowledge it, balance it, control it, and keep pushing.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, because the whole time I'm sitting there like, why am I being this emotional? Like, I'm going through all is it my cycle coming? Is it like all of this stuff? And then I'm seeing things that people are dropping and posting and speaking on, and I'm like, I'm not emotional. Like, I've worked on my emotions. I used to be, but I'm working still. It's in progress. But I've worked hard though to not work on my emotions and to then work on an intellectual higher self. And that's when we were speaking earlier today, I said how important your festival would be, because I feel how important it is for me to heal, to come out there and even if it's just one day, just to be there to feel the vibrations of others and the love.
Yes.
Because I know that's where
where it starts. Yeah. I mean, I love everybody, and I love them intentionally, and I want people to feel that love, because when you start feeling that love, you receive the healing that you really need. A lot of us are just we're not healed, and a lot of it is because we're seeking the love that we missed out on for whatever reason. We have abandonment issues because of trauma can really stop a lot of things and cause us to unintentionally harm ourselves, self-sabotage. And walking in fear will do that too. So
it will.
Having a space where you can be vulnerable, and not only just as a womb woman, right, but also as a womb man, because we need our masculine to also come out and get the same type of healing. We need everybody, because we cannot continue to build and do what Sankofa is, which is to go back and retain what is of the past and bring it forward. We really can't move forward if we are stuck in a stagnant space. We have to start figuring out how to move through things without allowing it to stop us. And then also being able to say, okay, well, we're beings on this earth, so we're supposed to feel emotions. The emotions are just not supposed to take us out.
No. Not at all.
Yeah.
And I said earlier in our conversation, shouts out to the Savage Sisters, my girls, and I'm definitely going to make that connection with you and them, because I feel something beautiful will come from there. And I had told them a few months ago when they were on the show, I'm not good with it. I don't do time, so
it doesn't exist.
Right, so it could be like 5-6 months ago.
Right. But it was yesterday to me. Okay.
Yeah, it was just yesterday. I felt like they were right here, but we were sitting right over there, and so I told them, I said, I feel like it should be us woman to get together, not to exclude our masculine, our men, but it starts with us, because and also, of all of the trauma and everything that's happened already. So we really have to, get them. So yes, it's called the S.H.E Festival. Yet we need our
and
men.
Also we do.
We need y'all to come out there
and heal with us. And heal with us as a collective. Heal with us as making these men circles and allowing men to be able to tap into their emotional space, because once again, we are beings. So when we take away, whether it's masculine or whether it's feminine, we are still beings having to deal with the things on this here matrix,
this
right?
yeah.
And so we all need to be able, and because we all have wombs that hold those emotions, as a masculine, you still have a womb, because in order for me to create the womb that is going to be birthed through my portal, I have to have the womb that you have to connect to that to create this life. Right. So we all have a womb that we need to be able to heal. When our brothers lose family members, a lot of them don't know how to be able to grieve that loss. They just keep pushing, because what else do they know to do? Suck it up, don't cry has always been taught, but we need to unlearn that habit, because they can't even be healthy for us as a feminine if they can't connect to their emotional space, because as feminine, we're emotional beings, right? And on the opposite side of that too, as feminine, we need to be able to tap into our logic, right? Because men are very logical and compartmentalized, and this shouldn't affect this because we're not doing that. I need you to put your emotions to the side right now so we can handle this business. So being able to figure out where the balances are. And in order to do that, once again, we have to heal.
Yes, we must heal. And even I strongly suggest that any siblings that's having issues and y'all haven't spoken, I strongly suggest that to come together. I had to go to my sister and to say, listen, I'm healing, and I apologize for when I was hurting, I hurt you. And it's time for us to heal, sis. It's been long enough.
Yes.
We didn't speak for 2 years.
Siblings healing together, mothers and children, whether it's your son or your daughter, being able to both apologize. That's all a part of healing. Yes. As a mother, I should be able to apologize to my child. And as a child, you should be able to apologize to your parent, because both sides are true. Yeah. Whatever the issue was, whatever the traumas were, they were both experienced. Yeah. And so being able to be honest about that. Fathers doing the same, apologizing to your daughters, apologizing to your sons. Absolutely. And them doing the same to the fathers, because we still, at the end of the day, I got a story too as a parent, right? I got a story too.
I got a few.
Yeah. For sure.
Yeah, it's like we're saying. Yeah, absolutely.
Talk about your story.
Yeah. Rosa, let's talk about it. Shouts out to Loud in the building.
Yeah.
Shouts out to Chief I in the building.
Ay.
Yeah, DJ over there starting a new show here in Power by Virginia. And it's we have to heal, and we have to have understanding, because, like you said, we all have a story.
Yes.
And your story was, why would you start your journey, or why did you start your journey? Excuse me.
So my journey started a couple of different aspects. Initially, me wanting to reconnect to just naturalness after my daughter was born. So I had my daughter in 2016, but I had her at home as a home birth. Not and having people, and especially my community, the melanated women that I know, having questions and, wait a minute, what you do, and oh my goodness, you really did that with no medicine, no this, no that, and then starting to communicate to them about why I did it, and because we're not sick when we're having babies, we're just having babies, and hospitals are for sick people.
Correct.
So I didn't want to go back to another not that I had a horrible experience. Okay. I know that some women do, and that's why they decide not to go back. But for me, it was just me educating myself and saying, I don't need to be in a hospital to have my baby. I'm going to do that at home. And then from exactly, and then from there, I wanted to really reconnect to my ancestral way of birthing, right? Make it more holistic, educate women on how to create a more holistic aspect of that. And that took me to reconnecting to the motherland and learning about how we operate with birth. From there, it took to my ex-husband and I, we decided to divorce in 2019. And I took that as an opportunity to be like, okay, well, if this is what we doing, let me figure out who I am.
Yes.
Right, because
yes.
it had been 7 years that we had been 8 years since we had been really together. I had been a mother since I was 15, and then moved into being a military spouse. You know, having to deal with, after you get married, especially once you get married to a military being, right? You know the story as well. It's a different type of relationship you're signing up for.
Right.
It's different when your spouse is always having to be gone for a certain amount of time, and you're having to take care of the kids on your own. Yes, we're still married, but I'm still feeling like a single parent. So when we decided to separate and divorce, even though it was amicable and everything like that, he's still my best friend to this day. I took that as an opportunity to be like, you know what, I'm about to figure out who Divinity really is.
Like, as you should, because it shouldn't be like, let me go out here and find a new dude.
No.
Or let me go find someone who's going to make me happy. No, go and find yourself.
I'm about to figure out what freedom looked like for real. Because these kids is grown. Okay, my son at the time, he still lives in Georgia with my mother. He goes to school out there. He's finishing up this year. He's 18 now.
Shouts out, babe.
Yes, my son Vendell, he's 18, and then my daughter, she's now 7. But when I decided to do my freedom work, it was a couple of years ago when I decided to go to Africa and really decide to move in my freedom and my willingness to say, I don't know what's happening tomorrow. I just know I'm gonna be okay.
I'm gonna be okay.
Yep.
Come on, and that's the belief you have to have.
The knowing you have to have, because belief leaves room for doubt.
Okay.
Do you know it or not?
Do you know or not?
Do you know or not? I believe it.
Period.
You sure?
Like,
you sure you believe it?
Are you sure?
But I know it. Oh, okay. So I can't tell you nothing. You know how you got the know-it-alls. You really can't tell them nothing.
Yeah.
They gotta choose to know differently for themselves. So when you know things, you know it, and you stand in your grounding. So
respectfully, blessings. Thank you for that.
Yeah, of course.
And my oldest son, I'm gonna give a shout out to all the boys. We're gonna get a shout out to the kids.
Yeah. Give a shout out to the kids. Okay, the new generation coming through.
To all of them, and we want y'all to have understanding too. Please, like, if you have to ask your parents, like, can you take me to this healing session?
Yes. Bring your parents. Because what I think is really beautiful, especially because I have an 18-year-old and I have a 7-year-old, and I've been able to recognize, even though there's a large gap between the two, this generation here that's coming, they are the ancestors knowing, okay? And they are not with the nonsense no more. Mama, come get this healing so we can stop with the trauma, because no one has time for this, right? So kids, bring your parents. Parents, bring your kids, and parents, bring your mama, your granny, your nana. Bring everybody, because everybody needs to reconnect and get the healing work, because it's generational trauma.
Well, my kids are they love music, and we love music. We also love to dance.
Yes, we do.
So we're going to go into the video of the kids. Now, where are these kids? Because I'm going to give my kids a shout out. Blessings to Tyrell, Dejan, Asani, Kason, and Zion. Blessings, and to the grandkids, Nova, Sky, and Nayala. Okay, so
listen.
Yeah. It's our little tribe.
Yes.
But and let me not forget the moms. Blessings, Miss Markeisha and Miss Keisha.
I shall.
Alina. Oh, she was gonna give me. I love you, girl. But I'm gonna go ahead and say how to say it. A little bit with 2 T's. That's Nayala's mom. But these kids that we're gonna see. Where is this located?
So I believe this is in Ghana, and I believe it's in the region of Cape Coast. So who you'll see on the video is going to be Mama Fossey. Her Christian name is Linda Thomas Jones. She is our honorary guest to the S.H.E Festival, the Sankofa Healing. We keep saying She, but let me just explain what that means. Okay. It's an acronym for Sankofa Healing Experience. And so she is our honorary guest to the festival, and she's going to be doing interactive drumming workshop with the families.
And you said she's been drumming for how long?
50 years. 50 plus years.
That's
50 plus years. Yes, she has.
And she's teaching them kids.
And she's teaching kids, and she takes them all the way from, 3 years old all the way up to 100. If you ready to learn, she's ready to teach you. Yes.
And you say, and then in the video we're gonna be seeing the kids. They have
these are wooden drums that they make just out of like plywood, and I think it's maybe some plastic or something. But she this is just a cheap way to make an inexpensive way, because wood is everywhere pretty much, to make drums. And that's what we're going to be using too at the festival, to teach them just a basic drum beats that she'll be teaching the families. And of course, if you have your own drums, you're welcome to bring them so you can learn some African drumming. Yeah, bring your drums, bring your djembes, bring them all out so you can learn. It's a certain type of drum. It's a certain type of drum. Different types of drum in Africa, but bring all your drums out, because you can learn some new work from Mama Fassi.
Blessings to Mama Fassi.
Yes.
This is gonna be beautiful.
Yes.
All right, bro. We ready for the vid? Because I want them to see the kids, and I love it. You know, they're doing such a great job. Okay, what we coming up? Oh, right there. You see?
Can they hear it?
I'm not sure. Wait, let me see. Oh, they hear me. Blessings. Y'all see them. You'll see the kids there with Mama Fassi. Ghana. Blessings. That is so beautiful. Oh, I can't wait. Yeah. I have to hit one day, man. I want to make all three.
Now, if you're going, so what I'm telling everyone is 2 options is what I would suggest. Okay. Either you stay in all 3 days for the whole land, or you at least come for Saturday, which is the bulk of the meat of the festival, of course. Okay. However, all 3 days are going to be full of experiences, full of opportunity to really get into your ancestral work, do your healing, and really commune with with your community.
So is it meditation?
Yeah.
Because we spoke earlier about the difference between silent meditation and making those frequency sounds to come out so that you can feel your meditation.
Right.
Like I asked you earlier, because I say Ashe. I learned that. Shouts out to Miss Amazing. I learned that from her right here in Power Bar, Virginia. I've known about it.
Okay.
But I didn't really understand it. But when she embraced me and she said it, and the way she said it, I was like, okay, wait, what does that mean?
Yes.
And then when you said it, the way you said it, I'm going to allow you to say it how you said it. It's so beautiful. And I asked you today, what does that mean? So can you...
Yeah, so I say Ashe-o, and I do that because as we continue to breathe life into our bodies by extending that breath, it really just triggers more, right? Vibrations is how we move energy. And our ancestors chanted, we chanted, we sang. We use that vibration. English is like the lowest vibrational language that you can speak. So any opportunity that you have to speak anything else, please do.
Please do. Yes.
Please do, because it brings a different vibration when you have that opportunity. So a couple of things that we're going to be doing at the festival to be able to help people with that is Dr. Karam has, him and his wife, Mama Buddha have a organization, a school called House of Human Spirituality.
Okay.
Temple of Human Spirituality.
Temple of
They
Human
gonna get me for saying this wrong, y'all. I'm sorry.
It's okay,
Temple of Human Spirituality. And what they do is they actually speak an ancient Egyptian language. They teach the kids that they have at their school this ancient Egyptian language. But what they're going to be doing when they come to the festival is using toning, which is where we're able to use our voice to really raise the frequency of the energy around our environment. So teaching us how to do that as melanated people, because we really need to get back to that. Everything that we do within our voice is what helps us to raise those vibrations. It's why we use drums. It's why we stomp. It's why we clap. You know, it's why we, roll our tongue. It's because that vibration that we create when we do those things raises the healing. It raises the connection to our Mother Earth, and it raises our connection to our ancestors.
Right. Because we know that, they tell us to put on these sneakers and shoes and all this good stuff. But, for some, it can be, you got to go to work and all that. But I suggest grounding, like, take your shoes off and, you walk that way.
Yeah, so I've been walking barefoot for almost 2 years, meaning I've not put on any shoes for almost 2 years. Yes, that means in the airport. Yes, that means in grocery stores. That means everywhere I've gone for the last almost 2 years, I've walked barefoot. I went barefoot while I was on my Sankofa journey, while I was traveling Africa for those 6 months. And it wasn't, and I'm saying this intentionally, it wasn't because of the ignorance of people thinking that they don't wear shoes in Africa. It was because, it was specifically for spiritual reasons. I'd connected to a young man who was also walking barefoot. Now, I'm a country girl, like we talk about. So kicking rocks with my bare feet is nothing. You understand? Walking on this concrete that's 100 degrees is Nathan, right? But then as we get older, the matrix says, now you got to put your shoes on. While you walking barefoot, put some socks on them feet, you know, and we forget about how healing nature really is for our being, not just for being able to go out into the sun and be cute, but before our being. It does so many things chemically to our body. And then when you take your shoes off, because all of our nervous system goes through our feet, it allows you to, connect even deeper. No, I don't worry about glass. No, I don't worry about what if possibly.
They're like, well, what about glass?
That's
Where's
exactly
she walking around, people spitting on the ground.
I trust my feet. And that's a knowing. Again, that's a knowing that I trust my feet to guide me the way I need to be guided, right? And also knowing that whatever does happen is also a part of the journey. The hurdles that we go through are intentional. So if I do step on a piece of glass, which I have, it was because it was a part of the journey. Matter of fact, part of my foot right now hurts because I dropped a piece of glass and I was trying to avoid it, but I stepped too wrong and got it anyway. So, but that doesn't stop me from continuing my day to day. I still walk barefoot, and it's a part of the journey. It allows me to get tougher, and be able to withstand things that most people like, I can't even take my shoes off for 15 minutes. You walking around every day. Yes, every day without the shoes on. And I really strongly suggest people who don't really take their shoes off and don't put their feet in the ground. I'm not talking about you walking around your house without shoes on, sis. Okay, brother. I'm not talking about the fact that you walking around with your flip flops with socks on.
All day with in the house.
Yeah, I'm talking.
Yes,
I'm not even talking. I do go to the stores, but I'm talking about just being able to go in your outside of your home, in front of your yard, in your lawn. Okay. Put your feet in the ground. Connect to nature.
Yeah, I had a moment like
you
that.
you don't have to walk up and down the concrete like I do, and everybody can't do everything. You understand? You can do everything you want to do, and also if it ain't for you, it ain't for you. But take 30 minutes to an hour every day, though, to put your feet in the ground, because that doesn't do anything, but that does everything but help you. It helps your gait, how you naturally walk. When we learn how to walk as kids, it's best for kids to learn how to walk without shoes on. It's a reason for that. That creates a natural gait for them to learn how to properly walk. So that, you know, when you're having to take your shoes off and you get on something maybe a little slippery, now you know how to use your toes to grab onto stuff. But if you always got shoes and socks on, how you know how to even balance yourself when you don't? So just spend 30 minutes to an hour every day with your shoes, your feet in the ground without any shoes or socks on, and just connect to nature.
It took me a little minute, but you know, it started out maybe like 10, 15 because my feet started itching. I knew you were. No. I've done it. Like my shouts out to Shariah and Leah, my nieces. They were like, Auntie, you need to put your feet in the ground. So I started out with just in her grass and then walking around a little bit. And then now I can get around, walk around with the baby, my granddaughter, and just walk around with no shoes on, and I feel better because at first my feet hurt too.
Yeah, and your feet are hurting because think about it, right? Anything that is not stimulated is going to feel weird when stimulated. So your feet. Yet most people be like, "Oh, my feet are just so sensitive." Yeah, they're sensitive. You're wearing socks and shoes every day, so of course it's sensitive because it's not used to the feeling of what nature actually feels like. And now you're stimulating those senses on the bottom of your feet for the first time in 30 years.
And
of course it's gonna feel weird. You know what I'm saying? Of course it's gonna feel weird.
It did,
and as you continue to do it, it gets better. The itchy part
now
too,
I don't anymore.
Exactly.
It was just in the beginning.
Exactly. You just really gotta allow yourself to acclimate to all the things.
Yeah.
And that's what I do, especially with my barefooted journey, even when it gets cold, because that's another thing. Well, what you do when it's cold outside? I acclimate my body. I don't go running to put a whole bunch of clothes on when the winter starts coming. I'm cold. It's cold in here. They got AC on and stuff, y'all. My natural body temperature is like about 85, and I ain't sweating or nothing. But so that's why I got this turtleneck on. I know, but in outside in real nature, like I really enjoy heat and being able to connect to nature in that space.
Right. I said that where I had sat outside, I was like, it's not like I was like, let me give thought to this.
Right.
It was literally spiritually led. And sit down. You can't move. And I sat outside with my hoodie on, like it was hot. Everybody was like, "What's wrong with you?" I'm like, I feel fine. And I'm sitting outside, and I sat there for a few hours. And of course, in the beginning it was like I was sweating and stuff. But then when I went into the house, it was like too cold. So now I'm soaking with the sweat.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I'm just gonna sit outside. And then it went longer and longer. Each day it was like I was not outside for like hours, and I'm just sitting there. Will there be something like some people say sun worshiping, some people say it's giving thanks? I say give thanks. When I go out, I give thanks to the sun. These things, like these different things y'all gonna have at the festival, are there gonna be things like that where y'all gonna have a time where we gotta be outside maybe when the sun rises?
Yes.
Oh my gosh.
So in the mornings
beautiful.
we are gonna, we're gonna start every day with pouring of our libations, honoring our ancestors, prayer. We're going to have a communal altar. It's really important for us to honor the people that came before us, y'all. And I'm not specifically always talking about just in the continent of Africa. Also the people here on this land that have done the work, our grandmothers, our grandfathers, honoring them. So everyone should have a space in their home where they're honoring their ancestors. You know, some people call it a shrine, some people call it altar, whatever you call it. So we'll have a communal space for people to bring those special things for them that they want the community to pray over and get healing through. And then as far as we'll also have melodic meditations with Marissa Ada. She's a local artist here in the 757. And she uses a loop machine with her voice to create a melodic meditation moment where we get to have somebody help guide us. Because sometimes, I know for me especially, I'm a person who loves music. So even when you be like, there's no music, there's always music in my head. I'm always singing. I'm always humming.
You were humming earlier.
And so being able to have somebody guide you through a meditative space who is using that and also tell you what to think about. Think about the ocean. Think about the breeze. What are you trying to manifest? So she's gonna help us through that, and that's an early morning rise for us on Saturday morning.
Saturday, that's the
we'll
meat
do
day.
Yoga.
That's the day I want to be
day.
there.
Yep.
Okay,
We'll do yoga, meditation. We'll do also yoga sessions. The yoga sessions are for everybody. So we will have opportunities where the women can do yoga together. We'll have opportunities where the men can learn how to do yoga together. We'll have a kids corner where the kids are going to learn how to do yoga as well. And then we'll do sound bowl healing. It's going to be a lot of drumming and dancing on the land. So it's definitely going to be an opportunity to do all that, as well as doing what we call sacral movement. The sacral chakra is where our womb is held, right? And the sacral movement is not, once again, just for our feminine. It's for our masculine as well. Yes. Learning how to connect with your body, because how you connect with your body when you put that in rhythm to your feminine and the feminine that is with you, it creates a new energy, right? So always being able to, once again, we have feminine and masculine within all of our beings, and balancing that out. The problem is that we are too heavy here or we are too heavy there, and then it becomes a toxic situation. Right. We want balance. We don't want toxicity.
Right. And when I hear there is, because literally I'm looking at the men like, oh, no. Right. Have fun, guys.
Yes.
Just have fun.
Yes.
And let your body move. Because I was never like a choreography type of dancer. Blessings to those who can do choreography.
So what type of dancer was you?
I still am. Don't get it twisted.
Is she? Because I know she over here rocking these hips.
Come on, don't play with me, okay? I am still at 50
what
years
type
young.
Of dancer are you?
I'm a rhythm dancer.
Okay. Right.
I dance
let
off
the rhythm move you.
I let the rhythm move me. Shouts out to Janet Jackson.
Ashe.
Because I have to when I'm feeling down, whatever, I go sometimes. I haven't in a while. Shouts out to my brother Dana, DJ Study Rock. Where he'll play music and I'm there and I'm just dancing, and I will feel all of our ancestors coming that way. And our mom and dad.
And they love when we dance for us.
When
we dance for them, they love that, because you're connecting with them in another way. And then when it comes to the men with sacral movement, even when you think about, because when we think about different types of dancing, right? What's it called? Crump.
Oh, when they crump.
That's moving that sacral chakra for the men. You know what I'm saying? So it's not about what's too feminine or whatever. Like that crumping movement. Is an opportunity to heal through that sacral chakra. So never be afraid as a being to move your body. Right. Yeah, never be afraid to move your body.
I'm gonna say shouts out to Trevor. Trevor's a young man that I was watching. He was born where this side of his body doesn't have much movement with his arm and his leg. So, but this dude loves to dance. Yes. You hear me? He loves to dance. So I've always been a fan of his, and I told him, I always hit you with the love joints, and he's like, I appreciate you. He said, I'm a fan of yours. I love your show. Yeah. Come to find out, Trevor, that I don't know. I thought he's literally my oldest sister. Shouts out to Sherelle. Her oldest daughter, Natasha. That's her dad's nephew. Like I'm looking at his page one day and I see that my niece on top there. I said, well, how you know Trevor? How you know Trevor? That's a New York. But yeah, she was like, that's my cousin. Yeah. And I'm like, wow, you know what I'm saying? Like, and that's another thing. Doing these type of festivals, we can then connect more to our ancestors, more to our bloodline, and understanding who family is. Shouts out to Sick Mike, because he said he just had their family reunion. He was like, Tyneika, if y'all haven't had a family reunion, you might want to start one. You might want to just get it popping. Yeah. Don't let it be, because I was like, listen, my family is crazy. You got the Brooklyn people over here, who's bringing more potato salad than the Manhattan people, and then the Long Island people don't bring the potato salad. You know what I'm saying? It's just crazy. So he said, who cares about the potato salads, huh? What you talking about? Just get it done. Yeah. Even if there ain't no potato salad, have your family, because we can be all, related in some way.
Yeah,
you know
and that's the really important part that I'm really pushing about the Sankofa Healing Experience, the She Festival, is that this is a family function.
Yeah.
Okay,
Family
we
function.
cannot do anything without our family, and whatever that family looks like for you. You know, bring your family out. Let the kids see you healing. Allow the kids to heal through whatever they've already been dealing with because of you not healing yet. And show them what healing really looks like, so that they can be the best thems, the better than us.
Yes.
You know?
I say, may I say this though, because a lot of people are like, what are you talking about, Ty? But I get drops, from the higher power, and I appreciate it. Where these children is coming in here born from 2000. Well, the kids from 19, my kid I have 1993. I have one born 1993. No, dang, I have one born 1991. Blessings, Tyrell, my bad. Then I have one born in 1993 and then 97. Those were the kids that would come in, like where they say blessings to the word. They say the word. Because they took everything and switched it how they needed to be, but there's truth in there. It's just how they put it together for them. But there was a John the Baptist speaking, coming like, yo, he's coming, something's coming, something coming. And then for what they say, Yeshua was that something coming, right? And so these kids born in 2000, my drop was, these are ancient souls, ancient energies coming back to save humanity.
Yeah, and they not playing with us.
They're not playing with us. These kids are talking at 4 months. Shouts out to Nayela again. She turned and said, hey, we got it on video, so don't play with her.
Yeah. My daughter,
this is not a game.
Yeah, and they're attentive. My daughter, we were sitting around, and her dad was playing a song. And in the song, the woman said something like, on one line, she said, I couldn't get any sleep last night. And then the next line, she said, I was dreaming about you. And my daughter looked at both me and
like what?
Me and her dad, and was like, well, how was she dreaming if she didn't sleep?
She didn't go to sleep.
And in my mind, the only thing I could think about was I was not listening to them words that deep when I was that young.
Right.
I mean, some of the stuff that I listen to now, I'm like, I was saying that? Should have not been saying that. So just being able to come to the land and be able to reconnect with the land and show, and the kids being able to even grow us. Because once again, we have to be able to accept learning from the younger generation just as much as we're asking them to learn from us. We can't be elders without learning from the younger one as well.
For sure. We have to give them those examples. My niece Shariah, she had a situation where her daughter Leah came home and she wasn't feeling well. She kept having issues where I said, Shariah, you have to sage her. She's around a lot of kids all day, and she's of knowing. She feels them. Yeah. And she's coming home with all that on her, and it's affecting her.
Yeah, and that's what getting out in nature and having your feet in the ground for 30 to 60 minutes
to
a
ground.
day helps you to do. It helps you to balance all of that energy. And then also the beautiful part about, where we're having the She Festival is because it's ancestral ground. It's where it's where Nat Turner led the revolt. The Khalifa family have a Nat Turner library where they teach about his history and why his history is so important. And during that process, you can also go on a Nat Turner tour to show that 300 square area where he did all the things, led the revolt, hid, and all that. So that's also another opportunity during the festival that they can do. But being able to be on the land, it allows a lot of healing that we really need at this point. And doing it with the ancestors at the same time.
Blessings. And I haven't. And blessings. And I won't go and speak about it, but this moment just came up. The Alabama thing. Right? With the whole boat and the young man with the flipping of the hat. Y'all know the story. that is very important because he flipped the hat back there. Shouts out again to DJ Chief I. Say it again. Chief I. Man, yeah, cause it's like Zion said, Mom, you know what I'm saying? A lot of things happen for me here in Georgia. The land feels different. He came home and visited for a little bit for my birthday. And he was like, the land feels different than in Georgia. When that happened there in Alabama, and then the understanding of what happened in that land years and years ago to those people's ancestors and how they rose up. Do you have anything to say about understanding that? Because like you're saying, and being on this land for your festival, very important. Mm-hmm. Do you feel what I'm saying as far as how important that land was at that moment that situation happened?
I think that, when you're on land where we've already shown liberation, we're going to be challenged on it. And because we have to continue the fight and to see if we're willing to continue, not the fight, but the opportunity to really create peace, because that's really all we're really fighting for. Mm-hmm. We're wanting peace,
right? Yeah. And because like I said, we don't do the time thing, but that was the time that had to happen. Mm-hmm. I feel like if it happened any other time, it wouldn't have had the same effect.
When it's time, we don't get to choose what happens that shows us that it's time to do something.
Nah, you just.
And when it's time to do it, you just got to do it.
You just got to do it.
Yeah, just do it. Yeah, we do like Nike say.
and just do it.
Yeah.
And so I wanted to. So we have another video of the land. So so we have. Clear understanding on how beautiful the land is, and to bring your family out there, and just partake of this beautiful festival. So, what's up, bro? We got the land. Let's go.
So, I can say a little bit about the land. What you're seeing right now is where we'll have all the tents. You can bring your tent, you can bring your trailer, you can bring your RV. Okay. There's a website that you can go to called Outdoorsy. If you don't have a trailer or an RV, that you can rent one for pretty much the same price as a hotel room. And I'm really suggesting people do that. Like, really try, if you're going to come to the festival, you're planning on being there for the full 3 days, really be on the land with us, really be able to get that that healing from ancestral work that we'll have. So this area will be where we'll do that part of it. But in the woods back there, we didn't go back there for the actual camera.
Okay.
But in the woods back there is where Mama Rita's garden is. Mama Rita is the late wife of Baba Khalifa, who bought the land and started the Nat Turner Library. And she would go one day, he was looking for his wife, and he could not find her anywhere. And he just so happened to go back into the woods to see if she was back there, and she was back there meditating. So she has a garden that's back there where we'll be doing all of our drumming, all of our healing experiences, where we'll actually be in the woods with the ancestors in those woods, really doing the work. So you can't come out here playing. You really got to be ready to be open and ready to heal, because the ancestors are not playing with you anymore.
Right, right. I mean, even if you have a thought that might be, I'm not sure. I'm not sure, because you can control your thoughts.
That's just fear. That's just fear. And we don't want to live in fear anymore. No, we want to live in liberation and freedom.
Yes. Yes, because we deserve it.
Yeah, we do. I mean, it's owed to us at this point.
Absolutely.
It's owed to us and it's owed to us for ourselves. Yeah. Because when we continue to walk in fear, we don't live the best life. And really, YOLO, for real, what you gonna do? You scared or no?
Oh, no.
The best thing about fear is the other side of it. Yeah. And I've done some things that most people will be like, that's scary, why would you do that? But no, like jumping out of an airplane and skydiving and being afraid of like jumping out of it, but then actually doing it and being able to see the land from this high. I would never how dare I allow fear to stop me from that experience.
Listen, so don't allow fear to stop y'all from coming out and coming to the festival. So the dates would be?
The dates are September 22nd through the 24th, right here right this month, okay, this year, y'all.
Okay, so what time can everybody pull up? Because you want to get you a nice section.
Yeah. So you can start pulling up to the land as early as 1 o'clock that Friday.
Okay, 1 o'clock.
if you can't get out there as early, with daylight and everything, we'll have lights on land for people to be able to still see, to put their, to make sure that they can put their tents up and everything. There'll be stations where I'm doing a communal style. Once again, this is about village. Okay, so having opportunities for us to do cooking outside on an open fire.
Thank you for
okay.
Blessings.
Being able to do that will be set up. I did make sure to, have porta potties, because it gets a little more difficult when you have a whole bunch of people on the land when it comes to that naturally. So we made sure to at least have that for y'all.
We're not digging holes and going in the way.
Don't worry, I didn't take y'all too deep into it. Okay.
Yes.
But when it comes to the showers, of course, that's you know how we do. Get a bucket, get some water. You know what to do. Don't act like you ain't never had no bird bath before.
Bird bath. Yes.
It's a camping event. So, and once again, if you decide to do the RV, then you'll have that. There's also really dope ways to take showers outdoors now, I know. People are showering outside. They make these shower bags,
dope
and
ways
you can
to take showers outside, y'all. Let's go.
Yes, because hold on, because
last
last night you told me, you said, "Oh, I know about a creek. You had ran into a creek."
Yeah, so I'm a nomad, and so I live out of my car. I have a storage for my boutique where I sell put stuff in my car to sell and everything. But I'm a nomad. I live out of my car. So I was coming from Georgia, spending the summer in Georgia, and I had to go through North Carolina, and I stopped there for the day. I had an event that I was going to, and I needed to take a bath. The best way to take a bath as a nomad is like open fresh water. So like even today I thought about you while I was at the beach, and I was like, since we talking about needing to take, the shower situation, but have you ever bathed in the ocean?
Never.
You're missing out. Okay, you're missing out on good life.
I might be.
Okay, so go ahead and get you a good bath at the ocean early.
Maybe
and let the salt water cleanse
different.
you. And then when I went to the creek, it was a freshwater creek in North Carolina is what I did. But it was cute. So it ran through a park. Cute. It ran through a park, and it kind of went down. So me and my dog, we just kind of climbed down into the creek with the running water. And, I had
you lost me on the climb down.
I took my black soap, I washed up in the running water, and I went about my business. What's the difference between just having a swimsuit on and touching the spots? I don't need all of that. Just give me the fresh water and let me be.
And let me be.
Okay. I'm not paying no bill. I ain't paying no water bill.
We're not doing
this
that,
is
Mr.
free.
Waterworks.
You understand? I'm not doing it.
Blessings, and that's what it means to live off the land. Though. Mm-hmm. And like you were saying earlier about the garden, like to teach these children how to cultivate the land, it's vital.
Yes, and that's another thing that we'll be talking about and doing at the festival during our Kids Corner. We'll have an opportunity for the kids to learn how to cook live food. And when I say live food, I'm talking about our fresh vegetables and fruits, beans and legumes, healthy foods for them to learn how to cook.
You can cook on the grill, and it's delicious.
and it's amazing. And no, you're not putting it in the microwave. No, it did not come from a box. Okay, but giving them an opportunity to really learn how to use their hands. They need to get off of the iPads and the computers and get back outside.
Yes, shout out to Inner City Innovations, Marcus and Dr. Power. They say that. That's what they do with their organizations, to get the kids out there.
Get them outside.
Fishing,
yes.
And all that. Get your food.
I mean, because how do you expect these skills are necessary? And I know we don't use them as much anymore, but we really should, to be self-sustaining, so that you don't have to worry about chasing the dollar, because no one's chasing dollars and dreams anymore. Right. We're attaining what exactly is ours.
Yes.
Okay, and it's coming to us.
Yes.
So we don't have to chase it anymore.
Well, I'm going. I just got the drop. I'm going to take my shades off.
Oh, okay. You're taking your shades off. You're finally taking your shades off.
And I don't. Yeah, no, I don't. But blessings to you, because I appreciate your compliment earlier. And yeah, it's not about me hiding anything or hiding from anyone. It's just that people let off things, and we have to be careful. Even being around certain people, having certain conversations with people, because times are hard, like we're saying. People are either going this way or that way, and a lot of people going the way we don't.
The wrong way. Yeah.
And we have to be careful and protective of ourselves and our energy.
Of course.
So that's why I do it. But for you, and I thank you so much for coming on my show. That you definitely get the understanding that I respect what you said. So y'all see me.
Give thanks. Okay, you see her. Hey, and she's beautiful. Okay, you see these eyes.
Blessings. The part of you saying that you went on your Sankofa, I'm saying it right?
Sankofa
journey. We're going to show a video now. And can you explain what that is?
Okay, so this is really more so me inviting people to also do their Sankofa journey. Once again, I take people to Africa as well, and all I need is one. And so this is a part of my opportunity to really tell people, hey, are you ready to do the healing? I brought the healing here.
Real healing.
Are you ready to go to the land to do the healing? And so that's an opportunity for you to do that and tell me what kind of experience you want. But also knowing that it's about the healing that we're
you're like their guide?
Oh, yes. So what I do is I create an opportunity. You tell me what country you want to go to. Currently, I have connections in 7 different countries. So that's Ghana, Senegal, the Gambia, Tanzania, Kenya, Zimbabwe, and Benin.
Listen.
I think that's everything.
Tanzania. That sounds like 7. I think you did. Okay. That sounds like 7. Yeah.
Yeah. So, because my family, and I call them family now, because I've been in their homes, I've eaten their food, they fed me, they took care of me. I really didn't have to do a lot in order to live in Africa, and so giving people an opportunity to be able to do the same thing.
Okay, well, I love the sounds and everything that comes from this video. So, bro, can we play the sounds, and then we're gonna be signing off here. Yeah, it sounds so beautiful. I just want y'all to experience that. Yeah. So what's that say there? Okay. That's your website. We gotta tell them that.
That's my Instagram.
That's
so
your Instagram.
are you playing the video?
Yeah, we both.
Should I say it? Oh, okay. So yeah, you can follow me on Instagram at Divinity_Divine 11. You can also follow my website. My business page, which is Divine Creations 11. Creations is with a K. Okay. And then my website is divinecreations11.com. You can keep up with all the information that and all the things that we're doing.
Okay. Well, I tell y'all what, I had such a great time. You're going to be back next week, right?
We are. We're going to be back next week talking more about the festival, giving y'all some more in-depth details about who's all going to be there. We have some really great participants that's going to be a part of it. Oyotunji Village, which is an African sovereign nation in South Carolina. They're going to come and talk about the Yoruba and Ifa community and why it's important for us to hold those traditions. And then talking a little bit more about what else, all the other participants that we're going to have coming out.
That's going to be beautiful. I can't wait. But do y'all hear that? And do y'all see that? You want to connect. I feel it. Okay. I appreciate y'all so much for, staying here with us all. What time is 2 hours?
Listen, I don't
but
know.
We made
Child,
it
you
because this
past
right
my
here is
bedtime.
dope. And I appreciate you so much. Yeah, she's like, look, my bedtime is. Okay. I want to say happy born day to my little sister, Rashana. She's out there in Florida having her a good old time. And my cousin, Joy Nikki. But we just call her Nikki. And it's her born day as well. Shouts out to y'all. And the twins, Boo Boo and Wee Wee, but Tawana and Tawanta. You know how it is. Blessings to y'all. I love y'all so much. Have fun out there in Florida and be safe. Thank y'all so much for tapping in. And, bro, appreciate you. I appreciate all y'all in the building. And elevation is key. Okay? And I will see y'all next week. And we're going to be here with my goddess again.
Peace.
Blessings.
Give thanks.
Thank you.